This map, it's not in the archives of any museum. It was found in a rotted leather case buried beneath the floorboards of an abandoned house in the empty quarter. Notice the ink. It doesn't fade. It shouldn't exist. Listen to the wind outside the tent. It's not just blowing, it's whispering names in a language that hasn't been spoken for 5,000 years. For centuries, they called it the Atlantis of the Sands, a ghost city built by the tribe of Ad. But the desert doesn't hide things to keep them safe. It hides them because some things are better left forgotten. Walk into the heart of the storm. The sand is like needles trying to tear the skin from your bones. Suddenly, the air turns freezing. The wind dies, replaced by a silence so heavy it makes your ears bleed. Look up. Through the haze, a single pillar of crimson granite rises 60 feet into the sky. It's not carved, it's a single solid piece of stone, no joints, no mortar. It defies the mathematics of every civilization we know. How did a tribe in the middle of the desert move stone that weighs more than a modern battleship? Look at the height of the door frames. They are 20 feet tall. These weren't built for us. We are walking in the hallways of giants who thought they were gods. Wait, listen to the shifting sand. Descend into the central plaza. Your boots aren't crunching on sand anymore. Look down, it's calcified bone, white as salt, ground into a fine powder by the weight of time. Look at the inscriptions on the pillars. They don't tell stories of kings or conquests. They tell stories of the self. The tribe of Ad didn't just build a city, they built a challenge to the heavens. They looked at the stars and told them, "We are greater." Notice the glass on the ground. The sand was melted by a heat so intense it turned the dunes into obsidian. It wasn't an army that destroyed Iram. It wasn't a war. It was a sound, a frequency from the Almighty that resonated with the very atoms of their pride until the stone itself turned to liquid. Even the tallest giant is a speck of dust when the decree arrives. Enter the great hall of kings. The ceiling has long since collapsed, revealing a moon that looks too large, too cold. Can you hear the echoes of the 7 nights of the storm? It wasn't just wind, it was a cosmic erasure. The sand didn't just cover this city, it was commanded to swallow it, to hide the evidence of a people who forgot their creator. Why are we finding it now? Is the sand finally finished with its meal? Every pillar you see is a tombstone for a nation that believed its own lie. They thought their architecture was their immortality. Now they are just the grit that blinds the eyes of travelers. Wait, do you hear that vibration in the stone? Walk back toward the horizon. Don't look back. If you look back, you might see the shadows moving. The pillars are already vanishing behind the dunes, as if the desert is taking them back into the abyss. All power, all glory, and all eternity belong only to the one who created the sand and the stars. We are not the first to discover the limits of human ego, and we will not be the last to be forgotten if we follow the path of the giants. Let the desert keep its secret. Let Iram sleep in the dark, because some cities don't want to be found. They want to be a warning. He is the first, he is the last, and we are just passing through.